Catchy, ain't it?
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind blew hard and her bow dipped down. Blow me, Billy boys, blow. Ha!
Wow. You know the words.
I'm going to get you to join in and do a duet with me, or maybe we'll record some instrumentals like with the ukulele, and then our fans on TikTok can like...
Easy for you to say with the computer open in front of you. I got nothing. I'm just looking at your face, which is good, but it doesn't give me the lyrics.
Your only line was huh.
I thought it'd be more than that, but now I'm a little disappointed.
You want to try it again?
Sure.
All right. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The wind blew up and her bow dipped down. Blow me, Billy boys, blow. Huh!
Huh.
Well, we'll have to practice before I do that. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio Sea Shanty Sing-Along / podcast.
Hi.
Jen, Jared Mom, joined as always by Jared Dad.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Shanties. They're catchy.
They sure are, man.
Man.
I'm glad this is a thing now because I love me a sea shanty. St. Patrick just knocked the planter over. Okay.
He just forges a path.
He does not care. Maybe doesn't even see what's in his way.
Devastation follows him.
Do you think he needs to go out now that we have just sat down to podcast?
Probably.
All right, let's wait. Okay. Jared is back. St. Patrick is back.
Everybody's back.
We back. Okay. All right. So we've done our singing of sea shanties. Singing of sea shanties.
By the seashore.
By the seashore.
Yeah, you did yours.
I did mine. You did the huh.
I think it exceeds my musical talents.
It'll be interesting to see. I was asking to your dad before if he can sing harmony, because like sometimes I have no idea what your singing in a choir skills are. Some people just like if I'm singing the melody, some people just start singing the melody even though they're supposed to sing a different part. What? Hang on, somebody's calling. All right, that was UPS. They were out front and they didn't want our boxes to get wet that they're delivering at 9 p.m. So that was nice. Thanks for going to get the boxes, Dear Dad.
Super nice of UPS.
Yep. Though they're plants, so it actually would have been fine if they got wet.
Well, maybe they would have rooted.
Okay. Should we do a podcast? We're like 8 minutes into the podcast.
This is the problem in our household. It's very hard to find 10 minutes together to do one thing because of dogs and stuff.
Oh my God, everything is
and
very
stuff.
stressful. Ugh. Okay. The cocktail of the week actually is Ricker Hill Maniac Mac Blueberry Cider. A friend of the squad sent us some of these ciders from Maine, and holy crap, this blueberry cider is heckin' delish.
Yeah, it's good. Surprisingly
so
delicious.
Good. It's like not super sweet. You know, like, what's that super sweet?
Angry Orchard, is that the one you don't like?
I don't like that one, but there's another one. I think it's got an animal in the name. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, it tastes like a Jolly Rancher. This is not like that. This is delish. Really good. And like blueberry could go real bad. Actually goes extremely great.
Yeah, it's like better than just apple.
Yeah, it's
really good.
Really shockingly fantastic.
And it's from Maine, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, St. Patrick, please don't trip on anything. Don't unplug. There's like all these wires from the podcast equipment, and he just walks through them like it's a little beaded curtain from the 70s.
He started moving around like a shark. Like he just stays in motion all the time.
Mostly at night when we're trying to sleep.
Mostly on cardboard that the like construction guys have, so it goes clack 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 clack.
It's so bad.
Clack, and he slides his back feet a little bit, so it's clack clack clack.
It has been a month that they have been working on our house.
It seems like a year.
The end is in sight. I thought they were going to finish this week. Now I don't know that they're going to. It's Wednesday. Do you think they're going to be done in 2 days?
Not quite. Mostly. I'd say mostly so we have a usable bathroom.
Oh, my God. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So let's do dog updates.
Yeah.
So we don't have to whine about our house, which is boring.
Meow, 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 meow.
So today, it has been... Actually, please allow me to digress.
Me?
Yeah.
You asking me if you can digress? Of course, I'm the king of digress. I own I made it. I invented digress.
I study bad shit people do on social media. There's been some repercussions of that in the last week, let's say.
Not for you, but for the nation.
Well, certainly for the nation, but also for me, which is now I am extremely popular. I have done
That's true.
TV.
These are good repercussions for once.
I was on Brian Williams last week at 11 p.m. at the 11th hour, which was great. But I've done TV I did like Euronews. I did, what are you pointing at the ground for?
Australia.
Australia. I wasn't on TV in Australia, but I was on like the morning public radio show in Australia. I did a Spanish language show. So it's like kind of half Spanish speaking American audience, he said, and half kind of South American audience.
San Francisco.
He's like, do you speak Spanish? And I was like, nope, I do not. And he's like, that's okay. So they dubbed me in Spanish. They did the interview. He asked the questions in Espanol, and then he paused and he asked him in English, and then they cut out him asking in English. I answered in English.
Oh,
and
that's
they dubbed
cool.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did morning edition, like proper NPR morning edition. I've done like 5 NPR shows. I mean, I did 5 interviews on Monday. I've done interviews every single day, including over the weekend.
Because you're so smart.
I mean, I have smart dystopian things to say, and this is a time for smart dystopian people to share their thoughts.
Yeah, I just have dumb dystopian things to say. Nobody wants to hear that.
But like part of this is that like I read, alt-right stuff online, usually casually, just to be checking in. But then, after what happened last Wednesday, I have had to keep a really close tab on it because everybody wants to know what's going to happen next, and I have to be able to say, well, here's what they're talking about in all these different places. So I spend probably 3 hours in alt-right social media land, and yeah, I mean, occasionally I'm like, dear Dad, I have to read you this thing. I just can't even stand it.
It's like a hot tub full of gross stuff.
It's so bad. Like yesterday at lunch, I literally just was like, I had to collapse down on the counter. I was like, I can't even hold my head up anymore. I'm so exhausted.
It's terrible. I can't look at it for 30 seconds without vomiting or close to it.
And then, like, all the stuff is bad. So I go on Brian Williams, 11 p.m., whatever, Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's 11 p.m. I'm awake usually at 11 p.m., but it's late, right? So, and it's like the end of my day. So it's like, all right, fix my hair, put on makeup. I'm changing light bulbs to make sure the lighting is good.
This is TV stuff,
Right,
this is a big deal.
MSNBC TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's got to look good. So, all the makeup, fix my hair, do all of this stuff, do the interview, and then I get on Twitter after the interview, and some dude is like, he said he had so many things to say, like, oh no, wait, hang on, I bet I have it in a screenshot because I like to preserve the bad things that people say to me on the internet. It's just, yeah, he was like, he called me a wannabe Joan Jett, which actually, I'll totally take. That seems pretty cool. Where is it? I labeled him here. 11th hour. Look, there he is. Yeah, I don't have his first comment, but... Oh, yeah. Jen Goldbeck wears Melania Trump eye makeup, a weird polka dot dress, and bleached blonde bob, trying to be a 1920s version of Bimbo Melania and expects to be called doctor. And I responded, I am a doctor. And he said, work on your appearance if you want people to take you seriously. Watching you on MSNBC now and you look like a fool. Look up natural makeup on YouTube. Dye your hair a color that goes with your complexion and get a haircut that works for your face. Wear a suit, pants, or skirt. Let me just note that you couldn't see me below the waist. So
what is he? Some evil tan France? I mean, like the
And so one of the friends of the squad jumped in my defense, and his responses to them was, I think they had said like, my God, Ingo, you okay?
Not COVID.
They had sort of stepped in and said something nice, and he said, how about dressing respectfully instead of like a hoe? She makes women look bad.
So weird.
When I had said I look like a doctor, he said, I know, but you don't look like one. Appearances are important to achieving respect. You make women look bad. I love that one, that like, if a guy showed up and he didn't like what the guy was wearing, I don't think he would be like, you make all men look bad. It would be, you look bad. But I show up and I still can't figure out exactly what he didn't like. Is it like he's anti-eyeliner? Is he anti-bob haircuts?
Clearly he's anti-women looking good, period. Or being smart. The guy has serious problems.
I mean, he very much didn't like how I looked, but it was like the makeup and the dress and the color of my hair.
His
and
critique
my
was
haircut.
very detailed and knowing.
And look, I am no fan of Melania Trump, but like a 1920s version of Melania is not the worst way to look. Like, if someone's like, you know what you look like? A 1920s version of Melania Trump, I'd be like, man, I could fucking do worse than that.
I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound terrible.
Either. Yeah, and then I don't even have the one where he said I was a Joan Jett wannabe, but also if someone told me I looked like Joan Jett, I mean, one, I don't think I look anything like Joan Jett, but like I would also not be insulted.
No, it's cool. She's badass.
Then, let me see if I can find the Bone Crusher Bob email. So I did an interview with the LA Times about all of this stuff, and they wrote it up, and then let's see if I can find Bone Crusher Bob.
This is the guy's name. Well, self-anointed.
Go. So I get this email the next morning. There's going to be some language here just so everybody's prepared. So the subject line in all caps is hysterical racist hack, which I believe is me. I am the hysterical racist hack. Hey, America hating bitch. Thanks for requesting my feedback on your quotes in the Times. You sound like an hysterical fucking, and it's spelled F-U-K-K-K-I-N-G, let me try that sentence. You sound like a hysterical fucking snowflake lesbo kike. Stick to what you do best, brainwashing the little bastards at Twerp U. Learn the art of the blowjob and make yourself useful for once in your pathetic fucking life. See you on the campus, Bone Crusher Bob. And
so problematic.
So, I mean, there's many issues with it. One is that like I don't know who this guy is. I don't know why I would request his feedback on my quotes, which had nothing to do with him, since I don't even know who he is. Yeah.
I think he's like, over 50s white male who sees the comments box on the LA Times articles.
He's
like,
me.
Well,
he looked up my email. So I posted this email. I was like, hey, guys, everybody, internet, check out this email I got. And then all these other people who write for the LA Times are like, oh, yeah, Bone Crusher Bob. and so some of them had posted. This is a form letter. And the learn the art of the blowjob line he puts in when he sends it to women. He leaves it out when he sends it to men. But otherwise, it's just a form hate mail. It's not even, I mean, I said to Inga when I got this, I was like, it might be upsetting if it weren't just so like stereotypical. And it turns out it's so stereotypical that it's a form hate mail. I don't even get a personalized hate mail.
He's some Russian dude.
He reads the LA Times regularly, so I guess he's just a bored guy who looks up. But some LA Times person, they were all like, oh yeah, we know who this guy is. They're like, he must be one of the best read people. He's like listening to all of these like really, well-established academics and thinkers on the topics of the day, because he reads the like columns of the LA Times very closely and then sends his form hate mail to everybody. But he reads all of it.
How do you know? How does one know that he reads all of it?
Because he sends this form email to all sorts of people. He sends it to all of the columnists and then all the people quoted in it. He does it all the time. I found like 10 people who had...
Oh, people quoted in it even.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't write the article for them. I was just a columnist talked about our conversation. So he just looks people up and then sends this Bone Crusher Bob email.
So weird.
Yeah. So
some people are so sad.
It's been a week for me.
Jeez.
It has been a week.
Lemon, it's only Wednesday.
I know. But look, to be fair, this started last Wednesday.
Fair enough.
So it's been 7 days.
It's a better joke if it starts on Monday.
I know. You know what? It's been a week even if we started on Monday.
It's been too damn long.
Okay. All right. I'm fine now. In any case, this has taken away many of my spoons for dealing with dog stuff. And I don't know if I am just less prepared for dealing with them. I think we are both really exhausted, and they are really demanding.
Well, and we have to spend all day cooped up on the porch with them, and they don't get to play or go in the water or do anything.
We have people working on the house.
Or do anything fun because the gate's always open. If we let them outside, they run out.
Yep.
Even Parmesan tried to do an escapo.
Did his escapo, I know. All right, so let's do dog updates. Today, I took Vink and Brody to the vet. All right, so I get Vink and Brody.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, we'll get to all of them. They
Okay.
each have their own little problems. Let's just talk about getting to the vet in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
So I bring them down the stairs. I leash them both up. I bring them down the stairs. I then need to put them in the car. So I put all my stuff in the front seat, and I start getting Brody into the car. Neither of them can jump up in the car. So I get his little front paws on the back seat, and I'm going to boost his bottom up. And Vink, who I'm not holding, bolts. She runs away from me in the driveway, up the stairs, into the house because the door is open because the construction guys are here, sticks her little snoop in the tiny little gap between the pocket doors that go into the office, wiggles that open, runs into the office, and runs into the footwell under the desk where Giordad is working to hide from me.
Weird ambition to get away.
I mean,
she could have run into the water. She could have run out the gate. She could have run to the neighbors. But no, she goes under the desk.
Under the desk is her safe space.
It's very hard to get to, but that's where she wants to go.
So I had to I was like, no, Vink, no. So I abandoned poor Chief Brody out there. I had to pick up Vink from the floor of the office and carry her down the stairs.
Because she was
shove her in
just
the car.
Doing dead Vink. I mean, she would not be dragged.
No, but she doesn't dislike the vet. She's fine at and she didn't know we were going to the vet. She just was like, I'm not doing whatever we're doing. Nope, don't want to leave the house.
I know, it's weird. She does this sometimes when you try to take her for a walk.
Yeah.
But sometimes she's super excited to go for a walk.
I know, she's prancing at the door.
Something weird in her head.
So yeah, I threw her in the back seat, and then Brody got to go in the cargo space, which has a dog bed.
I'm sure Brody was just sitting outside, just kind of puzzled by the whole thing.
Where did you go? What happened? I thought we were going in the car. So yeah, we went up to the vet. Vink, once again, is having a whole bunch of skin outbreaks. She's getting some boils, which are super gross. We don't need to go into detail, but also had just little scabby spots and stuff. And then I made the appointment on Monday, but between last night and today, her belly has broken out again. So we're on more antibiotics, and the vet is we've done allergy testing. There was no environmental stuff she was really allergic to. We've put her on the super hypoallergenic food that Brody was on. She's been on that for a month.
Yeah.
She's still having these skin problems. So the vet's well, the only thing I can think is the salt water is doing this. Does she swim? And I was yeah, she swims. And although Giordad thinks salt water is magic and curative, salt water is actually quite damaging to their skin.
I'll accept powerful instead of magic. Or it could be bad magic.
She's it's kind of sticky. It can be irritating. It makes the fur sort of weird.
Definitely.
So you just need to give her a bath every time she goes swimming, which is sometimes 3 times a day. And I was okay, do we just rinse her or soap? She's yeah, use some soap. So
she doesn't realize that there's 6 other dogs then running around half wet.
So yeah. I'm trying to figure out a system. Right now I'm thinking horse troughs that are Vink size, so we can dunk her in a freshwater one, take her out, suds her up a little bit, and then dunk her in a rinsing one, and then just drain those every day. I'm trying to see what I can find.
There's sheep dip pools, I think. The sheep walk through and get their treatment.
It's bathing her every day is going to be such a pain in the ass.
I don't think she's actually swum for a few days, right? Because she's been on the porch a lot. It's going
to be so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's Vink. So now she's on more antibiotics.
Oh, and the other day I had her in the office, and I had peeled an egg, and I left it.
Egg!
I left it in a.
It wasn't peeled. Oh no, it was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah. I left it in the. I think it was peeled. May not have been peeled.
I don't think
it was peeled. I left it in a dog bowl because I was going to give it to Chief Brody when he St. Patrick when he woke up, because he's sleeping. He sleeps a lot. And then
I'm taking her for a walk or something.
And she sticks her head in the door, the pocket doors, and just horks up the entire egg. I don't think it was peeled. It was just in a.
You can with fury, gets that thing in her mouth and is like, I gotta eat this.
Crunch.
I'm like, what is she doing so enthusiastically? Oh, she took the egg.
Panicky. Now she's got calcium.
She's so weird.
So she was very pleased to have an egg all to herself.
She knows she got away with it too.
Yeah, I mean, when I crack an egg on the counter or anywhere, she comes running. I mean, I could be, on the moon and she'd show up, with an egg.
So anyway, she's on antibiotics now. They also took her in back and shaved off everything where there's like a little scab. So she's like a toddler who decided to cut its own hair.
I mean, we're going to skip Westminster this year. She'll never do anything with this scruffiness. She looks like some kind of hippie.
Her whole belly is shaved, but also like part of her armpits, like weird patches everywhere.
More like anarchist than hippie.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's
Random
Vink.
splotches.
Yeah, it's not good. But whatever. I mean, she's going to be fine. But so we've got to try the bathing her every time she goes swimming.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, then she has to go to a dermatologist.
More shaving.
I don't even know. So
poor Vink.
That's the plight of Vink. Brody, once again, has come back to the vet because he's annoying. Which is why I took him last time.
He's got brain problems.
So he just is like super anxious. The air conditioner was on and now it's off, which is dumb because the space heater is also on.
No, they're fighting it out.
I hate it when that happens. So yeah, Brody, I mean, every night, let me see if I can play the video. Every night.
Yeah, you taped it.
I recorded it because I'm like, I've brought him in before and I was like, look, he's annoying. And they're like, and I'm like,
that doesn't give us enough to work with, ma'am.
So I'm like, look, I've got a video for you. So let me see if I can get the audio up here. Otherwise, I'll edit it in. You're okay. It's okay. So imagine that.
And this is when he's fine.
He comes up to us and he's like looking in our face and he does that panting and making that sound for 5 hours straight every night.
And he'll do this when there's thunder, right? And we accept that that's a reason, irrational, but it's a reason he feels bad. And that's sort of how he gets all worked up and stressed and clearly distressed.
Yeah.
But he's doing it now.
For no reason.
For no reason, at the drop of a hat.
It's not even at the drop of that. It's like he finishes dinner and then it is time to commence this stuff.
There's no cause.
And nothing fixes it. We take him out. We give him extra food. In fact, the Brody and Lodi is continued in reverse. He was 96 pounds at the vet today.
Because for a while that's an inaccurate weighing because it's middle of the day.
JR Dad is defensive because I got home from the vet, I fed everybody dinner. JR Dad comes up from his workout and starts handing out snacks. And I was like, why are they getting snacks? Because you came back in, it's time for snacks. And he's like, well, they need snacks. And I was like, do you realize he's gained 6 pounds?
Yeah,
nope.
since this morning.
JR Dad, no more snacks. No more snacks for Chief Brody. You can give him green beans. And that's it.
Yeah, that's what's making him crazy. He wasn't this crazy before the
true.
Green bean explosion.
Oh my God, because we started giving him the green beans because we thought he was so hungry.
We did.
We were giving him extra food because we thought he was crying because he was hungry. But then we're giving him like 3 times his normal dinner, and he eats it with glee. And then
comes back and bitches.
Makes more sounds. I hug him. I try to play with him.
I give him head pats. I roll him over. I give him belly rubs. I mean, we give him super love.
I'm like, I have done everything. We did all the stuff. I'm like, he still does it all night. It is time for better living through chemistry. So he's starting on Prozac. He started his first dose today, which Little Cheese is also on trazodone. So that, like other antidepressants, takes a couple weeks to kick in.
Sure does, because he's still doing it.
Well, you know what? He's better tonight because she's like, since it takes a couple weeks, we're going to give him gabapentin, which is like used for nerve pain, but it also can kind of calm them down and is a little bit of a sedative. And then trazodone. Is that what I just said?
Gabapentin, trazodone.
Trazodone is a sort of sedative. We had some trazodone because Little Cheese was on that before he started the Prozac, and the fluoxetine. I accidentally called Prozac trazodone before. Prozac is fluoxetine.
Oh.
But trazodone is a sort of short-acting, just sedative, and so that can calm them down. You can give it for anxiety. So we had pills, and we gave CB1, and it didn't do a damn thing. And I was like, well, let's try giving him 2. He's a lot bigger than Little Cheese. And then he just like conked out and went to sleep, which on one hand was better. On the other hand, I don't want it to just be like, oh, you're nervous? No, I put you to sleep with medicine.
Yeah, no, it's somewhere in between.
Yeah, so he is resting tonight. I mean, he was doing it for a while, but he's calmer tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, so
yep.
Hopefully, we don't mind that he's a little bit anxious, but he's upset, right? He's not having a good quality of life after dinner. Why? And I mean, he does it at other times too.
And he works himself up. It's not, I mean, we've tried the extinction theory thing where we ignore him, but then he kind of like starts barking and going like getting very worked up.
Yeah, and like you can get him to eventually lay down, but then he's just comes back later. Like it's not like, oh, okay, well, fine, I guess I'm done with this. Like, yeah. He's like, okay, they're not going to do anything about it, but I'm still really stressed. And then eventually he comes back. So we don't know what it is, but they all have weird histories, and so
poor guy's had a shitty life.
Yeah, so we got 2 dogs now on antidepressants. May it make them feel better.
They're very colorful. Dog Prozac, very colorful.
It's like an orange and green capsule.
It is. They're very distinctively interesting. They look happy, which is kind of diabolical.
It's good.
Yeah,
it makes them happier. I mean, Little Cheese is much better now that he was just starting on the...
They don't see the colors the same way we do, though.
I mean, they're in pill pockets, so they all look brown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the main dog updates.
Small Cheese is doing well.
He's great. He got his staples out over the weekend. Everything. So
in stages.
Took him up, got the staples out, and as GR Dad has mentioned several times, I got him fixed while they were doing the tumor surgery. So they took all the staples out, and I got home, and I was like, all right, like, let's check out your staple line. And they neglected to take out the scrotum staples.
Yeah, the scar staples, the surgery scar staples, but forgot the fixing staples.
Because normally you don't use staples when you fix a dog. They use dissolving stitches. And she's like, well, since he already has all these other staples, like, that's really secure. Let's just put those in there. And then I didn't mention it.
No, and you were like, oh, now he's going to set off every metal detector he goes through. Every time he goes on a flight, I got to bring him back.
Does that joke make you feel good?
Yeah, a little bit.
But I did then have to go. I called the vet, and I was like, whoops, we forgot some. And they're like, oh, bring him back up. So it's like an hour each way, so I had to bring him back up. All I did was drive to the vet on Saturday. But I also did present Dr. Faith with the thank you notes that everybody wrote. So I think I mentioned it last time. I had asked people to write notes, and so there were 1,700 notes. Voodoo's looking at the front door weird. 1,700 notes. It was like 180 pages.
Thick binder of thank you. That's nice. Yeah.
She was quite surprised.
She'll be really touched when she reads it, I think.
I think so. Yeah, she's not the one we saw today, so I didn't get to talk to her. But
no, because she's still crying. Dr. Faith is still crying.
The Little Cheese is doing good. Everybody else is doing fine. Voodoo hasn't had any more seizures. Today was the 14th day of him being on his phenobarbital twice a day again.
14th day without a seizure, I think, right?
And 14th day without a seizure.
We should have a dry erase board with
that. So tomorrow we're going to drop him down to once a day. He was notably perkier when we had him. You can tell he seems kind of drugged up now. I mean, he's not unhappy, but
he's stumbly.
Yeah, I would like him to be more with it. And I really noticed a difference when we switched him to once a day last time. And
so did Guac.
Yeah. He didn't seem to have... he had the one seizure, but that's because he threw up all of his medicine. So hopefully we can have him on once a day, and then he will be perkier. I don't think we'll be able to drop below that, but it'll, hold off the seizures and give him a little more energy. So tomorrow will be the first day.
Yep.
May it work. Hops is good.
Guac has quickly moved up the ladder to be the best boy.
He's a very good boy.
He's a good boy.
I'm glad I've won you over to Guac.
Hasn't
Guaco-fan
escaped
status.
Recently. He can be a little disappointed when he doesn't get to play as much as he'd like to, because there are 6 other dogs to be taken care of, but he's very good.
Yeah. He listens really well.
Yeah.
Transformative. Took a while.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing good. So I think everybody's pretty much fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a German word of the week?
What was I going to say? Oh, Purzelbaum.
Spell it.
Purzelbaum.
Something tree.
That's the root of it.
Yeah.
It's tumble tree.
It's like a tumbleweed.
No, it's somersault.
Somersault.
Ein Purzelbaum schlagen is to roll a somersault.
Oh.
Purzelbaum.
That's a good
Weird
one.
little word, but it sounds good. It's got
Yeah.
a Z in it. That's pretty cool.
Purzelbaum.
Purzelbaum.
Is there a tumble tree that it's named? Is it like named after a tumbleweed?
No, I don't know exactly if it means this, but it sort of conveys the sense of a rolling tree, but tumbling tree. But I'm not sure it's actually defined as that. I don't think Purzeln kind of means tumbling, but I think it's from Purzelbaum,
Oh, interesting.
Like,
I
I'm
mean,
not sure
somersault doesn't mean anything
which
either.
started first. Yeah, that's right. And salt has some feeling that it's like rolling, but I think it's because of somersault, right?
Interesting. Yeah. Who knows?
No,
I don't know.
Purzelbaum.
Cool. Good one.
No, there you go.
Our Taste of the Keys this week is a story
Good
that I
one.
believe is making national news because the people are charmed by our life here in Key West. Though I think this was actually stolen out of Marathon, out of Boot Key Harbor. So we have these floating tiki huts. So it's like a round
It's a bar.
platform
Yeah.
with a bar in the middle and a tiki roof on the top. You can rent them out.
It's got a little outboard.
And it's got a little outboard motor, and they putter around. Usually at sunset, they'll like put
Yeah.
you out there.
And if it's, I mean, they're right on the water, right? If there's like 1 foot waves, you get your feet wet.
Yeah, you gotta wear flip flops.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bar and then like little stools to sit around the bar on.
I think a bartender in the middle. I mean, I think it's full on. I'm picturing it as like a real bar.
Yes, you have to bring your own liquor, is the rule.
That's hard. That's not hard in Key West.
No, for sure. But yeah, they're the bartender / boat captain, tiki boat captain. So you see these all the time, and they're hilarious because they don't look anything like a boat. They're not boat shaped. They're round, like somebody's gazebo.
They're like a floating gazebo with like a gazebo on a round piece of wood with an outboard attached to it. They make no effort to look seaworthy.
No, no. They basically just I think you probably go out for an hour and a half. 45 minutes before sunset.
It's a crazy idea, but they have taken root here.
They are super charming, and
Would worry me.
yeah, we've never gone out on one, but we see them anytime we're out in Key West.
They putter around the harbor. You know, there's like schooner, speed boat, cigar boat, tiki hut, tiki hut, tiki hut,
Tiki huts are cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, somebody stole one. This somebody happened to be an extremely drunk dude. We don't secure things
This all fits.
down here in the Keys. You don't really have to lock your doors.
Yeah, because there's only one road out. You can't go far.
And I mean, if you're in Key West, it's a little bit different. But, if you're not in Key West, there's not a ton of tourists around. If you are, they're like renting a house nearby.
Yeah.
It's not like we have tourist traffic coming through residential neighborhoods. It's a very safe because it's so isolated place. And so, plenty of people like don't lock their stuff up. And if you got a tiki boat in the harbor, apparently you just leave that thing in there where someone can go in.
It was there was a rope probably that attached it, and you just unroll the rope. Yeah.
Yank that outboard and take yourself for a little joyride, which is what this guy did. And
He
so,
was probably disappointed there wasn't like liquor in the bar.
I know, it seems like there should be. I mean, I was a little disappointed when I was like, oh, you got to bring your own liquor. But anyway, he took it out for a joyride. And so they called the Coast Guard, because that's what happens when a boat goes missing. The Coast Guard went and picked the guy up, and they recovered the tiki boat.
Didn't he strand? I mean, I think he like ran into some key or something.
Oh my God! Now I got
Mangroves.
I mean, probably. I just know that he was very drunk. Let's see, Key West tiki boat. Cruisin' Tiki's Key West is the name of the company. Let's see. Coast Guard, intoxicated suspect arrested in stolen tiki hut boat
Stolen.
off Florida Keys. This is Fox 13 Tampa Bay reporting. Authorities in the Florida Keys arrested a suspect accused of stealing a Tiki Hut boat. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, crews from their Key West station recovered a reportedly stolen boat that doubles as a Tiki Hut bar. It was found near Hawks Channel off the coast of the Keys. The Coast Guard said the person aboard showed signs of intoxication and was taken into custody by Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officers. "Don't drink in boat," the Coast Guard tweeted. They did. They tweeted, hashtag, this is from the Coast Guard, hashtag breaking news, and then like a little alarm emoji.
Whoop, whoop.
Station Key West, U.S. Coast Guard Station Key West crews recovered a reportedly stolen Tiki Hut boat near Hawks Channel. The person aboard showed signs of intoxication and was taken into custody by FWC. Don't drink in boat. Hashtag partnerships. Hashtags BUI. Hashtag law enforcement.
Also, don't drink and steal shit.
And there's a great picture of the Tiki boat with 2 Coast Guard guys standing on it.
Proudly.
Yep. One is behind the bar and the other one is on the deck. It does have a little railing around it, but it's just like a little porch, like a round porch with a Tiki Hut in the middle.
Yeah, you drag that on your property and you got a Tiki Hut.
Done.
There's no modification needed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And then if there's high tide, you have a Tiki Hut boat again.
Yep. So
that's a very good idea.
It was out in the water though, so it looks like they basically putted it up to tow it in one of their little boats and was like, "Come on,
they had a wild chase,
get off the Tiki boat."
A low-speed chase of the Tiki boat.
I mean, the Tiki boats don't go fast.
2 guys in a rowboat were chasing it.
Yeah, I mean it's a wood deck. It's just got some like floaties under it.
It's not very fast.
No, it is not.
Nope.
Aerodynamic, aquadynamic.
It is not.
Whatever one would say.
It's just silly.
It's a lovely story for this week, though.
It is. It's low stakes.
We all need the Coast Guard recovering a stolen Tiki boat.
I mean, if the guy wants to do a GoFundMe for bail, I'd probably bail him out. He's fine.
I don't know.
What's he gonna do? Steal another one? That's okay. I'll fund that.
Fair enough.
Dude, there's other Tiki boats in Key West. Go there.
Oh my God. So anyway, there you go. Taste of the Keys. Keeping it relaxed down here.
Keeping it relaxed. Somebody's got to do crazy stuff down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they're not finding chunks of cocaine.
So much cocaine.
Maybe that's what he's doing, looking for cocaine.
I hear there's square groupers out there.
Taking his boat. Why is it round? Why is it round? Where's the front? Jeez. See him walking around in a circle. What's the front of this thing?
Oh my God. He should have been singing the sea shanty.
He probably was. Let's imagine that he was singing the sea shanty. You're like,
it makes it better.
Nobody's singing with me. Coast Guard, get over here.
All right. Anything else to add before we're done?
Nah, it's pretty good.
May the next week be better, everybody. Don't insult people on the internet unless they deserve it.
No, just don't at all, because it's not. It's just not. There's no upside. What's the upside? There's no upside.
And don't put anyone unless they ask you to.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.